9197 Wolfpack. This is your boy Tyler 9197 with your 9197 Black Wolf 9197 or 9197. Back with another video for you guys, and this time it's gonna be a game review, y'all, which is gonna be my second PS5 game review, even though it's on PS4. Is, you guys can see it, Spider-Man Miles Morales. So y'all can see the gameplay on the side right here while I'm talking about it. And if you guys don't know how to do my game review, I usually talk about the plot, my pros and cons, and go ahead and go to the spoilers, which I will warn y'all so y'all won't get spoiled if you haven't already played it, which, you know, I just recently beat it, so, you know, so I'll hold off from any type of spoilers, which luckily it wasn't too crazy that I feel like whatever I say in this one could be feeling like, oh my god, spoilers, but you know, still nobody want to get spoiled. And also too, you know, this is the week of Spider-Man coming through in December, because December is right around the corner. By the time you watch this video, it should be December 1st when I make this video. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. And hopefully y'all got the tickets to go see Spider-Man, this and that. So it's been a lot of Spider-Man craziness, but I wanted to go ahead and do this video just because I was gonna do this review anyway, but I just been kind of slacking a little bit, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I'll make this video now so everything's good. So yeah, so before I go ahead and start this video, I want to say three things real quick. First thing first, I'd like to go ahead and say, hopefully y'all having a great day today watching this video. Second, God is good all the time, so please go ahead and remember that. And three, go ahead and hit the like, the bell, subscribe so the wolf pack can grow. Alright, y'all. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Hold on a second. Alright, y'all, so the plot of Spider-Man Miles Morales. So, you guys already know from the title, you play as Spider-Man Miles Morales. You play as Miles Morales, who is Spider-Man. Which sometimes it do be kind of hard when you talk about Spider-Man now, you be like, which Spider-Man? Because I might talk about the Peter Parker Spider-Man, or talk about the Miles Morales Spider-Man. But you play as the Miles Morales Spider-Man. And what the plot is this one is really simple. So, you know, Peter and Miles doing their Spider-Man thing, whatever, fighting bad guys, this, that, you know, the usual stuff. But then, after Miles discovered he have a new power, which is the electricity, which y'all see from the trailers and stuff like that, he wanted to say, hey Peter, like, hopefully we can do some training and stuff, because, you know, Miles still new to the whole Spider-Man thing, so he's not 100% at Peter level yet, obviously. But yeah, so, you know, after their encounter with Rhino, which was literally in the first part of it, like, you know what I'm saying, ain't no spoiler right there if you guys haven't already played it, but, you know, don't say just a villain, just one, it's not really like that big. But anyway, you know, when they fought Rhino, this, that, and the third, whatever, Peter said, ooh, Miles, see, because that's when Miles asked him about training in a week or whatever. He's like, and Peter like, ooh, Miles, I hate to tell you, man. So this is what he said right here. He said, so listen, young brother, I gotta tell you something real quick now. So listen, like, I've been carrying New York's back as Spider-Man for so many years. I need a break. I'm tired. I've been saving lives so many times. I'm tired. I'm about to go with my girl MJ to this trip that she want me to come to in Sicaria. And I'm gonna be gone for a few weeks. So do you think you can handle being Spider-Man? And Miles like, what? Like, I'm gonna be the only Spider-Man? I don't know how I can do that. But it's like, he's like, the Spider-Man oath versus Spider-Man oath. So he's like, I promise. And so, you know, Peter like, all right, see you later, Miles. And this man dipped. He's like, man, I'm chilling. I've been Spider-Man for a long time. I need a break. I'm tired of carrying New York's back all the time. I'm tired of carrying. So then, that's how it really started as Spider-Man Miles Morales. He played as Miles being Spider-Man while Peter is chilling with MJ and going, helping her with her stuff in Sicaria, and you play as Miles. That's basically the plot of it. And, you know, of course, with, like, from the trailers and stuff for the game that, you know, which we all saw from before this game came out, they dealing with Rotson, which is this new security thing by this guy named Simon Krieger, I think that's his name. And then there's the Underground, which is the people that with the gray and purple look armor and stuff like that, which is a big threat, and their leader, the Tinkerer, and you gotta stop him as Miles Morales, that's pretty much for the plot right there. That's it. So yeah, like that's basically it right there for the plot. It's easy and like really simple, nothing crazy. But now let's go ahead and talk about my pros and the cons in the game. So usually I have my 3 pros and my 3 cons. So really, I'll probably say I definitely have 3 pros. I'll probably have 1 con this time, because usually I would have multiple, but honestly I don't really got much bad thing to really say about it. Well, maybe probably 2 cons. You know what? 2 cons. I'll give it that much. All right, y'all. So my first pro I could go ahead and give for Spider-Man Miles Morales is the combat, y'all. I really love the combat in this one, Miles Morales, way more than the Spider-Man Remastered, because y'all, playing as Miles is so freaking fun, especially with his combat, y'all. Like, it's ridiculous when you have that the Venom power with the electricity. And then which my favorite part about playing as Miles, this man box, y'all. He got the hands like Miles, like boom boom, like he actually like punching and stuff. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I know with Peter, you know, he do his kicks and stuff like that, kick enemies and stuff like that. That's cool, but to me, it's a different feeling when you actually punch a bad guy. Like, you know, use your hands, and Miles is about the action, so he like boop boop boop. Like I was like, okay, you know, like that. But I mean, well, granted, I will give it for Peter. He did have some moments with he do punches when he doing like the web zip thing, like when he web an enemy, he gets closer and he like left and right, it's like a zigzag punch, like bah bah, and do the kick, which is cool. But yeah, it's a different feeling when you actually punch an enemy. So that's why I love. That's one of the biggest reasons why I love playing as Miles more so than Peter. But then also the Venom power, y'all. It's the best thing about this game, y'all. I use that Venom power way more than I can truly admit. I don't know how many times I use that power, but I use it literally all the time. But that's the best ability that Miles have right there. The Venom power. It's just so much you do with that. And just so crazy, like it's so helpful. It's like if only Peter had something similar like that, man, that'd be so helpful. But of course, you know, Peter on the remaster did have the gadgets and stuff, which did help. But man, with Miles with his power alone, that's a lifesaver, y'all. That's a lifesaver, like for real. All right, so my second pro I can go ahead and give for Spider-Man Miles Morales is the story. So like I said, I enjoyed the story for what it is. I would say it's definitely not the craziest thing ever. So, you know, like I would give it like, you know, it's definitely, like I said, of course, if y'all don't already know, it is a short story, so it's nothing like super crazy like Spider-Man Remastered. But it's like, it's still good enough to get a sense of like what Miles go through, what his thoughts of being Spider-Man, what his life is about, trying to be Spider-Man, and this and that and the third, like, and all the other stuff that's happening. So that's one of the pros too, that I feel like it's just a different perspective. Like, that's the best way to put it. We already know about Peter Parker's story, so it's good doing a different perspective of somebody's view of being Spider-Man, which is Miles. All right, y'all, and my third pro I could go ahead and give for Spider-Man Miles Morales is literally web swinging. I know that's the most simplest thing. Web swinging is fun regardless. Even with Spider-Man Remastered playing as Peter, web swinging is really fun. But I don't know, y'all. I just feel like web swinging this time with Miles just feel more, I want to say more fun, because like it was fun playing, you know, web swinging in Spider-Man Remastered, but it's just something about playing as Miles web swinging, like especially doing like the air tricks and stuff. It just more like, I don't know how I say it. Like, I feel like it's more, I want to say flexible, but hopefully y'all kind of get what I'm trying to say. Like, I know it's, I had the idea of what I want to say, but like I can't really necessarily pinpoint like an exact word, but it just more like when you play as Miles, it just like I would say, better yet, I actually got a word for y'all. It feel more freedom, if that made more sense. Because I mean, I ain't saying you didn't feel free playing as Peter when you was swinging around in Spider-Man Remastered, but it just with Miles, it just like I feel more freedom playing as Miles, swinging around the city, like doing it with using the Venom jump, or just like, you know, just the regular stuff. And then what's so cool about it, you can tell the difference between Peter web swinging and Miles web swinging. Miles still inexperienced, so he's still learning to be Spider-Man. So you can tell the way how he swings is kind of weird and stuff. Like if he swing in the air, he might go backwards like this and swing, or he'd be like whoa type thing and still swinging. But you know, Peter's more like you know, he been Spider-Man for so long, so he know what to do. But Miles is like, he's still inexperienced, he's still learning, and this, that, and third, which is fine. But that's what I like about it. And then also, I'll give this like a little extra bonus, is the suits, y'all. I love the suits that Miles have, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all, most of them I did not really use in the game, because one, some of them were just kind of just basic, or two, it just two, the thing is, really the main reason why I liked the suits was the ones that had hoods, which my suit was the Spider-Man 2099 suit, and that's why I wore it throughout the whole game. Well, at least to a certain parts. Then I wore it throughout pretty much the whole game. And the Spider-Man 2099 suit, I love it, especially when you see it in cutscenes. It's just so cool. I really love it. But the only thing I hated about the suit was the glowing eyes, like with the steam coming out. That's the only thing I hated. Because the glowing eyes part I was cool with, but that steam in the cutscene, seeing that steam come out, that suit, it annoyed the crap out of me. But at the same time, I still love the suit. That was like my favorite suit in the game. Now, let me go to my two cons. Usually I have three, but really I got two. Wait, let me see that. Oh yeah, actually I do got three cons, y'all. I know I'm going back and forth to y'all, so forgive me. But it's just like, you know, especially when I do my reviews, sometimes I'm trying to remember a lot of stuff that happened, because I haven't played this game. I mean, I beat the game like a week or two ago, so that's why I'm like, I try to remember stuff real quick. But I got my three cons. So my first con I could go ahead and give for Spider-Man Miles Morales is Miles' voice, y'all. I'm like, y'all, his voice is so cringe to me a little bit while I play as Miles. It don't annoy me 100%, but it kind of annoys me a little bit. Like, I mean, if I had to put a con out of anything that this whole game, is Miles' voice. Because y'all, like, why this man still sound like a little kid? Like in Spider-Man Remastered, this kid Miles was 15. In this one, he's 17 years old. So why in the world Miles still sound like a little kid? Where's this deep voice? Where's the deep voice went at? Where's the voice went at? He still said, "Hey Peter, this that." Like I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that squeaky voice. Like, Miles 17, where's the deep voice? where's the man voice? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where's the man voice? Like, oh my god, y'all. That's probably like one of the biggest cons I have out of Spider-Man Remaster was really, I mean Miles Morales was that, because Miles' voice was such a squeaker. Yeah, I couldn't take it. It just annoyed the crap out of me, y'all. It really did. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It really annoyed the crap out of me. But at the same time, you know, some stuff I just kind of look over it like whatever. But that was the most annoying, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That was the most annoying, at least in my opinion. I feel like some people could agree, but if not, if you wasn't bothered with it, then that's just me. All right, y'all. So my second con I can go ahead and give for Spider-Man Miles Morales. Not a whole lot of activities. So this is my thing. So I will give Miles Morales that, like, I feel like for the scope of what the game was, they gave a good amount of activities to do. I'm not taking that away from it. It did give a good amount of activities to do. However, I feel like it was a whole lot. it's like I feel like if they added a little bit more into it, I would have spent a little bit more hours in Miles Morales. Cause usually I like, when it comes to Spider-Man, I usually try to like do a couple side missions here or there, and then goes right into the story. But that's what I did for when I replayed Spider-Man Remastered. Well, I played the Remastered my first time, but like, Spider-Man PS4, but basically I did. When I played my second time Spider-Man PS4, but I never played the Remaster, so when I got the Remaster, I took my really good time on the game playing it, let alone I did the first time playing that game. So with Miles, I basically focused mainly on the side quest stuff, then the story, because I knew the story was short. But I felt like they should have done a little bit more, so I got more hours into the game. But now, my third con I could go ahead and give for Spider-Man Miles Morales is not enough villains. And that was my only thing, y'all. Like, really, wasn't really a lot of villains in this game. And this is not to be no spoiler, so don't feel like, oh my god, if I say a name, it feel like spoiler. Be honest, y'all, some of the stuff, it was already kind of shown and confirmed already for what y'all saw. So I'm just letting you know. So really, the biggest villains that was on this thing, well, yeah, pretty much villains for the most part, I guess, is, Rhino, the Tinkerer, and the Prowler. And then Roxxon, which was never really like a main villain, but that's it. Just the 4 groups, and that was it. And I just felt like, dang, like, really? like, don't get me wrong, like, I understand this was a shorter game. It wasn't supposed to be like no big lengthy game like Spider-Man 2 gonna be. But still, I felt like with Miles, I feel like give him a little bit more villains, because like I said, even though yes, he don't have that many enemies like Peter does, but that does not mean that you can't give him a little more villains that he could fight so he could get better as being Spider-Man. And I really felt like they didn't really deliver with that. But I mean, at the same time, like I said, I know it's a shorter game. That's just my opinion on the thing. So that's just how I feel about it. But that doesn't mean like I didn't have fun with the game. I didn't feel like it wasn't good enough or anything like that. I thought it was still good. But I talked about the plot, I talked about the pros and cons. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give my rating overall for Spider-Man Miles Morales. So I had to really think about this through, y'all, like, cause I was kind of mixed of how I want to do this rating, because I didn't want to give it like such a super high rating. But at the same time, I know how I played the game, so it's like I know how I truly feel about it. More so, feel like give it this high rating just because it's Spider-Man, so it's a 10 out of 10 game. Like, period. Like, no, at least for Miles Morales, I wouldn't want to go that far, but I do feel like it's really an amazing game. So basically, I'll say it like this: if I had to give it for the fun factor of the game. The fun factor of the game, period. Not the story, just the fun factor of playing Miles Morales. To me, it's just a straight up 10 out of 10. It's super fun. I enjoyed it a lot more than I did on Spider-Man Remaster of playing the game. But definitely, like I said, it's a 10 out of 10 as far for the fun factor of the game. It really is fun. I really enjoyed playing as Miles a whole lot in the game. I just wish there was a little bit more to do stuff into it, but it is what it is. But I give it that. But now, if I had to give it like the overall game in general, besides the fun factor like I did, but overall, like in general, from story and everything, completely, if I had to get like a complete package, complete package, I would give Spider-Man Miles Morales a 8 out of 10. That's how I feel like it overall is. It's still a solid game, y'all. Like I said, it's a 10 out of 10 as far as the fun factor, but for the story, for what I got in it, and like, the kind of less side quests and stuff, like, small things, I feel like they could have added more into it to get more meat in the game, which I feel like they didn't. I just feel like it's an 8 out of 10. But that doesn't mean I didn't think it was not a good game at all. It really was an amazing game. Like, yeah, I really enjoyed it for what it was, but I wish it was a little bit more into it so I could spend more time into it. I don't know if Insomniac going to add DLCs. I mean, we probably not. I mean, because it did came out last year, and if they did DLCs, they would have done it now. But it would be nice if, like, hey, if they could add a little more. I don't know, add like how they did like Spider-Man Remastered when there was like 3 DLCs for Spider-Man. I wish like if they could add some more with Miles. I mean, I would gladly love to go back into the game and play some more of it. But you know, after I beat it, I just felt like, I mean, that's kind of it. I mean, it's still a good game, but it's like once you're done. It ain't really much to do in the game. But overall, I mean, I did enjoy it, but I feel like 8 out of 10 is far for me, like, engaged with the story and this and that, because that's the biggest factor is the story. Because the gameplay stuff, I already knew that was going to be fun, but the story, 8 out of 10. And that's my overall opinion of it. So, like I always say. And that's pretty much it. So that's it, y'all. So if you haven't played Miles Morales, I recommend go ahead and play the game. And then, you know, but of course, like I say, if you don't have a PS5, you can play it on PS4. But I know me saying play it on PS5, it's like I'm just grateful to get one. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not gonna be no flex like, oh, I got a PS5 or I got my Series X, because I know y'all seen that video too. I had got my Halo Edition Series X. It's not a flex, y'all. It's just about being grateful, and then, you know, like, and you know, just doing what you can, y'all. Like, my biggest thing, y'all, if anything, if y'all really want these consoles that bad, do it the right way. Just save up your money and pray on it. But of course, like I always say too, just don't worship these items, y'all, because this is materialistic things. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We are human. We're not perfect. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. It's still materialistic things. Do not value these things over life, because that's what it is. Like, that's all, literally, that's all it is. So I'm just saying, if y'all want it, y'all, save your money, pray on, try to get one to the Lord, pray to the Lord to get the item you want, and just remember and understand, these just materialistic things, and do not worship them. I mean, as humans, we're gonna enjoy them. We all sinners. You know, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. But I'm just saying, just don't be like, oh my god, when you get this item, like, you put this like a pedestal. Like, don't do all that, y'all. Use it for what it is. Have fun with what you're doing, but you know, just remember materialistic things. This is not how I say it, like, you should not value these things way more than your life or just a human life in general. That's all I'm just saying. Learn how to touch grass, y'all. Like that's basically what I'm trying to say. But alright, y'all, but that's it for the video. I'm about to go into the spoilers. If you don't want to hear the spoilers, you know, usually I'll have like a siren thing, but I ain't gonna do it this time. So I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes and I talk about a little bit of spoilers, and that'll be the end of the video. Alright, y'all, time for the spoilers of Spider-Man Miles Morales. Alright, y'all, so the spoilers. So really, there's only one big thing I could talk about, is like, well, probably two. One, we fought Rhino again when he had this big old armor and stuff like that, which was not the craziest, but it was kind of messed up when you think about it, that Simon Krieger used Rhino to try to say, hey, if you do this for me, we get you out of that armor suit. But clearly that was not his intention. His intention was to control Rhino. And you know what, the more I think about it, y'all, I'll be like, dang, like, I kind of feel bad for Rhino. Like, on some real stuff, I really feel bad for him. Like, even though he is a villain, even though he been doing some stuff, but really all he wants is just to get out of that suit. And I feel like even though he is a villain, I feel like, why nobody try to help them get out of that suit? I mean, of course, he does some terrible stuff. Obviously, I get that. But, like, at least, if anything, he'd probably be at peace if you just get him out of that suit. That's all he wants. He don't want to be the Rhino. Like, why we can't get her out of the suit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of messed up. But hopefully Rhino get what he wants eventually. But, you know, he's still a bad guy, so it's like, gotta take him out. And then the second thing was finding out that Finn was the Tinkerer. Which, to be honest, y'all, like, how I say this? I wouldn't say I'm disappointed, but I'll say that I felt like they rushed it as far as finding out that she's the Tinkerer. Because this is my thing, y'all. Like, it was really quick when we found out she was the Tinkerer. Like, I wish that some of y'all could have done away, like, that, you know, okay, like, obviously she's the Tinkerer. Like, that ain't the issue with me. The issue is that I felt like we learned about she's the Tinkerer way too early. I feel like if they kind of made it a way that, like, you know, that it's something like, you're like, who's the Tinkerer? Who is the Tinkerer? Whatever, right? You trying to figure out this and that. But then it just something so slight could be like, you know, like kind of like a surprise, like, you know, like she probably changed into the Tinkerer or whatever. You like, wait a minute, she's the Tinkerer? Oh, like, you know, that, like, you know, I kind of want that moment. I didn't want like how we found out that she was Tinkerer so easily from the bridge when Miles was trying to stop the Tinkerer and the Underground. Like, that's the one that I did not like it, because I felt like it was just way too early. And that was like my biggest thing. And then for her to sacrifice herself at the end, that was really, how I say it, I mean, it surprised me. That's the best way to put it. It did surprise me. Like, she sacrificed herself. She said, hey, let that energy out. And Miles like, yeah! And then, you know, he went Super Saiyan, and that lightning straight, and then she got vaporized. And I felt like, dang, that was crazy. But you know, one thing I will give Insomniac, y'all, that, like, one thing I will give them is that for once, well, I mean, I would say for once, like, for them, like, Insomniac in general, but when you always see, like, I mean, one, I would give Insomniac this one, because they did a different take this time, because you guys know, when you put a boy and put a girl together, you thinking, alright, it's going to have a romantic interest for each other, this and that, the third, like Miles and Finn. That was my first thought. I was like, okay, that might, they've been friends for so long, so I'm thinking, like, alright, that's going to be his girl, or that's his love interest, whatever. But for once, it wasn't like that, which I would give props to Insomniac, because this is my thing. It's not that, oh, I don't like the romantic interest and stuff they put in games. If you know, if you really like a character, or that character like the character, whatever. It just, my thing was, it's different, because it's like Miles seen Finn as more like a sister, and she felt the same way to Miles as a brother. So, you know, when you see that, it's like, okay, that's a different perspective than just seeing like, oh, the obvious, like, oh, okay, Miles and Finn, he likes her, they, you know, they gonna date each other, whatever, like, you know, kind of more simple. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not against that, obviously, like, you know, let the boy be happy. But it's at the same time, like, seeing that how they view each other is more like a brother and sister vibe, more so than anything else. I liked that because it was different. It's like Miles are hurt seeing her become a Tinkerer is more like, dang, that's like, you like my family, and you became like this. Let alone say, like, if MJ was the Tinkerer and then Peter found out, it's gonna hurt him. Like, dang, like, I love this girl, but she's this villain, you don't know what to do type thing. So I like how they separate that a little bit different. And then of course I did like some of the moments with Miles and the Prowler with his Uncle Aaron, because it was like, it really was interesting. It was interesting seeing that with the Prowler and Miles, and how they kind of collaborated a little bit, even though, you know, he was still the Prowler, so he was still shady, but still, it kind of left some potential, like, hey, what about the Prowler come back and he helps Miles in more and more missions type thing, which I wish we had a little bit more Prowler missions, but clearly that didn't happen. But that is it for the video, guys. Hopefully y'all stayed and watched the rest of this video. I'm thankful for that, y'all. So please go ahead, hit the like, the bell, subscribe, And I say this all in my other videos. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so you can join the 919 Wolfpack. This is the fun kickback gaming channel which has the greatest community in the world, which is you guys, the Black Wolves. So go ahead and spread the word to your friends and family who likes gaming, so they can go ahead join the Wolfpack, because everybody's welcome to the pack. And guys, I'm just gonna let you know real quick, because I remember if you watched my last video with the Psychonauts video, I did say at the end I'm gonna go back to Perfect Dark Zero, which I do plan to, but at the same time, y'all, because it's so many games and you know, I be having a little bit of time to play and this and that and third, or try to make as content as much as I can, because I've been really busy for work and stuff. I made for a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I still plan on going to still do my walkthrough series like Perfect Dark and stuff. I still want to get to that, but I made like for a little bit of time, y'all, if I'm not like making like the walkthrough games or doing like a review right now, that like something for like basically like a video to be in the middle and stuff, I might make some Halo Infinite content, not the campaign, because campaign, y'all, I want to do that myself and do a review later on for y'all. But as far for just like playing like the multiplayer, I might do a little bit of gameplay and stuff like that, y'all, so in my content. So you might see me just play that from time to time, and I'll be my videos for a little while, just to let y'all know. So I'm thinking about it. I'm not 100% sold on it, but I may just do that and put it as content, and y'all could just watch me play Halo Infinite and see my skills, because, you know, I'm pretty nice. The boy kind of nice, just letting y'all know. But that is it, y'all. I love y'all. Peace. God bless y'all. TGDS 9197 out.